That's you, Max.
Yes.
Maxy, here he is. Good morning, Max.
What a morning, what a start.
Yeah.
You've
never
never
seen that
been here.
happen.
You've
No,
never
never
been
seen
here
that.
for the 10 grand giveaway.
I didn't know any of those songs.
No, me
You didn't
neither.
know
Really?
Hungry Heart,
Not by
Bruce?
the name. I would have. I
You
could
knew
have.
the tune.
I could have bobbed along.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Footy Classified team was effusive in their praise of you, Max, on Tuesday night. I don't know if you've seen any of this.
This is just, we're just praising you for a bit here.
Yeah.
Footy Classified's a hard one to find. Is it
Yeah.
on 9 now or something?
It's on 9, yeah.
Yeah, but it's on 9 at like midnight or something. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a late
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
It's usually
Yeah.
after 10.
It's a Monday nighter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although this says Tuesday night.
I think there's 2 versions of it now.
Okay.
Matthew Lloyd asked the question whether Max is the second all-time
Ruckman.
to Simon Madden.
Simon Madden. Yeah, okay. I thought Dean, isn't Dean, maybe they're talking.
I think you've left Cox in the dust. That's
I think Cox is out of the conversation.
You've said that, not me.
Kane Corns went further, Max, suggesting you'll be elevated to legend status in the Australian Football Hall of Fame one day. That's a man called Corn who's
Wow.
never said a positive thing in his life.
That's 2 in a month on me, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's all over you.
I'm waiting for there's a backhand to come in.
Yeah.
From the
There'll be
Kane.
a back.
Backhand or a dick pic, one of the two.
From Kane?
Who's got the pick, me or Kane?
Kane sends one to you. It's just in case you're wondering, Max.
Sorry, I shouldn't have asked questions.
No.
Shouldn't have let that one go, Troy.
Let that one slip through.
That's high praise.
Oh, it's ridiculously
Legend
high
status.
praise.
Yeah. Again, I'm not out there for anything got to do with individual praise. I'd love to be the best team ever.
But that's why you're a legend.
That's a tough sell, best team ever, because there's
Jeez,
some
that's
really
a
good
tough.
teams. We had-
I think your days of best team ever.
Well, we've got maybe 2 to 3 years left.
I think
maybe one. You
I
never
reckon
know.
you've missed those, and I hate to be the guy that breaks.
Not if
that.
we win them all.
If you win them
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
then you would have won 4 premierships.
And that ties you with your sort of Hawthorn. Yeah. It's tough.
There's a couple of big teams in there.
Oh, well, I might give up on that dream, but
I'm not. Hey, listen. Who am I to say what could have happened?
Time to be selfish.
time to be self. Just
Yeah.
go for
Yeah,
the individual.
Just go
athletes
for the
now.
individual
Yeah,
stuff.
stuff
Go
it.
for it, Max.
I've got you winning the Brownlow at this stage. What are the odds on Max and the Brownlow?
You're still up there in the coaches' votes. Having a very good year.
Yeah.
I'll be on very good, William.
Oh, but like Max has such a high bar.
Yeah, but it's only a bar compared to the blokes around him.
Yeah,
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're having some teammates having some great years, like track.
Max is at
Um,
$34.
Are you kidding for the Brownlow?
Not in the top 10.
Not
Not
the top
in the top
10.
10.
Who's
No.
in the top 10?
It's a midfielder's
Oh,
award.
God, I hate
Yeah.
this
I
award.
finished 4th in 2018,
Did you?
and it's one of the all-time top 3s. It's it's. I mean, it's no disrespect to any of these 3, but Angus Brayshaw's 3rd, Steele
Yeah.
Sidebottom 2nd, Tom
Yeah.
Mitchell
Oh, wow.
1st.
Yeah, right.
And Brayshaw wasn't invited from
Brayshaw
memory,
wasn't
did he?
invited.
Yeah.
What do you mean he wasn't invited?
He wasn't in the top. So it goes captain and for the AFL.
And you
think will
didn't
be
even
the top.
think to take Brayshaw on the trip?
Well, no, because Oliver was in the top 5 favourites, so he
Right.
was there, and then Petraka,
Mm.
me, Nathan Jones. I don't know. I can't remember.
Jeez, imagine if he'd won it and wasn't there.
Yeah.
Have to get him on Zoom.
I actually really like the night. The Brownlow's a cool night.
Yeah, it'd
Which
be,
is-
good. It'd be no good if you're in the finals, if you're in the
granny.
GF, though.
Yeah.
Well, we had that in Perth. We were in our own room at the Optus
Oh.
Oval Brownlow. Yeah, that wasn't as good. You're not obviously drinking,
You
but
wanna
you
have
had
a
to
couple of
play.
beers.
It's almost cooler because everyone else is drinking in your water and they're all going. Well, we
I wish
you
I
were you."
could have a water.
Yeah.
Mate, let's come back, talk about holding the ball, have a look at the round, lots of footy to discuss. Max, lovely to see you.
Lovely to see
Your
you.
top 5s have been a revelation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Before we come back and talk about the round, let's just go through your top 5 for this week. What do you got?
Oh, hang on. These are the opener, Marty.
Oh,
This is what
Jesus.
a list in.
My top 5.
Got the top 5.
Top 5.
Max Gawn's top 5.
Let's go through them.
We're
Yeah.
always trying to get exclusives out of Max, but this is cutting through.
Yes.
This is getting media coverage
Yeah,
now.
it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
your
that's
top
good.
5 for grand
Everywhere.
final halftime entertainment was all over the joint.
I
Those
felt-
people loved it.
Were they a fan of Mumford and Sons?
Yeah, they
yeah,
were.
everyone
were.
thought
Loved it.
Mumford and Sons was a strong choice.
Well received.
Are you on the way in? You were saying ACDC?
I did say that just because I think, I've had a look at
Timing.
their tour schedule.
Jeez.
Good work.
It would work.
It would
But we
work.
just had Kiss. They're very
Similar.
similar.
Where-
Oh.
yeah.
Actually, can we say that on air?
No, we
on the
can't.
web?
No, I
That's
wouldn't
okay.
say
But
that.
they're not very
No.
similar, but, I don't know.
They're similar vintage might
Yes.
be what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
I reckon
play,
they'll go a modern act this year.
and they play rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Play rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Modern acts.
Well, that's not what I'm doing
Robbie,
this
though.
time.
Robbie, brilliant. I'm
No, what-
fingers crossed for G Flip.
She's done
I
it.
think she's done it.
Nice
God.
return.
She's
Busy
she
doing
had.
twisties.
That was before Max's win.
Oh, was it?
You
wouldn't know. You
no,
would've been
G
in
Flip
the
was in
rooms.
Collingwood. She was wearing a Collingwood scarf.
Really?
She was the Collingwood.
Ah.
Oh no, yes, you're right. It wasn't that game.
We had
you had
Birds
Eskimo
of-
Joe
Eskimo
and
Joe,
Baker Boy.
Birds of Turkey.
Yeah,
No,
that,
no,
yes,
come on.
that's right.
Eskimo Joe, that's
Yes.
right. Lovely guy.
What's their song? Refrigerator.
They've got a few. Black Fingernails, Red Wine.
It's a great song.
Um,
From the sea.
From the Sea.
Yep.
Good
and
album,
many
that
more.
album.
And many more.
Okay.
What's your top 5, Max?
Top 5. I'm well known for this. It is Mrs. My best 5 behinds.
Your best 5
Ah.
behinds.
Yeah.
Petrarca coming in at number 1.
That's a bum joke.
That's a big ass joke.
Yeah, and I left it last week, and I'll leave it this week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
good
man.
So I've missed from the goal scorer a lot. And the number 5 is my debut.
From the goal square.
Yeah. So it's a debut against Essendon, 70,000 at the MCG. We're up by 18 points, and I get it to 19 points with this behind. So it's the behind that matters.
Oh, it's
yeah,
a handy
yeah,
point.
yeah.
I marked it on Dustin Fletcher, game 300, game
Wow.
1.
Nice.
Back.
Yeah, that's the important
Taught him a
part.
lesson.
And I shanked it. There's a common theme here. I went hard left.
Yeah.
Right.
Hard left.
Hard left.
I think you
Yeah.
meant to do that one.
So
Yeah,
you're dropping
it's
it
got
onto
that
the
handy point.
inside of your boot.
Yeah.
Almost your ankle, perhaps.
Yeah, and I look if there's vision attached to you, it's not me. It's this 18-year-old version of me with no beard.
No
It's
beard.
hilarious.
You'd have a head of hair that would look
hair.
weird.
Yeah, hair. Yeah. So that's number 5.
Good.
Number 4. This goes in hand with number 1 because it's 4 weeks later. But I play Hawthorn, take a mark on Ben McAvoy in the goal square, and again very similar spot to the debut. Pretty much the exact same spot, part of the ground of the MCG, and went hard left.
Hard left. Where are you exactly?
I would say 3 meters outside of the goal square, straight in front.
Oh my
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, which is my most nervous spot, straight in front, 3
Is
meters.
this a ball drop issue?
Yeah, I'd say so, and coordination and
It's a heady mix.
You're just overthinking it
yeah,
a little bit there.
overthinking it.
It's a heady mix of overthinking, coordination, and ball drop.
Yes.
And experience.
Like an
Well, it's only 4 weeks after his first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in the 100 game sort of category there, though.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I've now developed
Well,
so experience.
I thought you
Nice
said
try.
it was
I like
game
her out.
5.
No, sorry. This is after number 1, which is coming.
What do you
after-
got? 3.
Number 3 against Hawthorn again. This time it's after the siren,
Oh,
but we're up by 30.
okay.
Okay.
Relax.
Yeah, so and I've had an absolute blinder.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
genuinely. Probably I look back and still say it's the best game of my career.
Yeah.
Okay,
Really?
brilliant.
And I took a mark on the siren, and the crowd were chanting Gorney,
Oh,
and
wow.
I put this on the full.
Oh my God!
But I was
From the
but I was
goal square,
20 I was 25 out straight in front.
and you put it out on the full.
Hard
Oh,
left.
no.
That's
hard.
That's
left.
fun
Hard
though.
left.
That's theatre.
That's
after the
I
song.
mean the goal would have looked great next to
Yeah.
the name.
But on the full sort of suited the brand at the time.
It did. That was hard left again. This is my favourite, but not as popular because we played in Darwin, number 2.
Yeah.
We played Fremantle in Darwin. I took probably one of the better marks I've taken in the goal square again on Sean Darcy. And I went back, and this ball hardly gets above my height, and goes hard left,
Hard left
Hard
and
left
head
again.
height.
head height, goal
Wow.
square. Yeah,
It's
that
like
one.
it's like a golf swing.
It
It's
is.
just, mate, I keep pulling it.
And Dermy's commentating this one. I remember watching it back, and it's quite funny. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Maxy!" And
Number 1.
Number 1 is the one that I think most people know. I had a chance to win the game against Geelong with 15 seconds to go. I took a mark. Again, good mark. Common theme here is a really good mark
Strong
on the goal
mark.
square.
Clunking.
I remember this was like a round 1.
Yeah,
It was a
this
Sunday.
is round. Well done.
I remember being there. It was a
Yeah.
day game.
Day game 2018 to start the year off. Took a great mark, and yeah, I went hard left. And to be fair,
It's hard to be fair.
so I've been Daniel McPherson was the forwards coach then. He had a big theme of picking something out behind the goals.
What'd you pick out?
Well, with all these 5, I picked out someone, and as
And
they
they
get up,
moved.
they just run hard left, and I hit him on the tip, like straight up. So there is but all
Good,
5
Max.
are hard left and all 5 are goal square type operations.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had some bad misses.
Oh,
Says
that's
you,
wonderful.
You won a game against Geelong later on, so
Yeah, from a similar spot.
Similar spot.
And that, I remember that was no crowd to win a minor
Oh,
premiership.
because of the grandstand
Yeah.
rebuild.
No, because of COVID, actually.
Oh, right. Okay.
And Tom Hawkins was on the mark, and he was reminding me of pretty much all 5
All
of
of them.
those.
All 5.
Yeah.
He has the list.
Hard left.
Somewhere he has the
Hard
list in the back of
left.
his head. And he was saying hard left. So I managed to shut that out. And
Well done,
Well
mate.
done.
All
Good
right,
top
we'll be back.
5.
That was Max Gawn's Top 5.
We had a Giro d'Italia chat.
we did. done. It's finished.
So I feel like I'm across the Tour. Tour de France coming up. I know who's going to win it.
Not far away, about 3 weeks.
Poglia Popic?
Not bad. Pogacar.
Pogacar.
one of the great
Pogacar.
squeezes.
We get the odds on Pogacar. Let's get on him. First guy to ever win both.
Yeah, no one's won both, and he's a chance.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah. He's coming up against the guy who won the Tour last year, who he comes second to, is going to the Tour. Oh,
Did he do the Giro d'Italia?
Didn't, so he's fresh.
Oh, so he's fresh. Now, the world of cycling. It's what Lycra can do to men. Port Adelaide Carlton last night, 16-11, 107, 10-11, 71. Over to you, Max.
Yeah, I tuned in for the second half, maybe the second half of the second half, maybe like the back end of the third and the fourth. And all I saw was centre bounce goals. The start
was
of
just
that
a
half
shootout.
was a shootout. It was crazy. I think I tuned in for the right part of the game.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of the start, and then unfortunately I fell asleep.
The second
not
quarter.
for the quality of football, just because I couldn't keep my eyes open.
Yeah. Super impressive,
Oh, for sure.
Carlton.
What a win.
Yeah, that's
It's a good win for them, and it's a bad loss for Port at home in front of 40,000.
it's as hostile as it gets. Adelaide Oval. I love playing there because it's a cool experience. Like
You love the whole never tear us apart stuff.
yeah, that gets you up before the game.
Has
They're-
Koshy tried to get rid of Hinkley yet? That
Watch
won't be
this
far
space.
off. Those two blokes don't like each other.
Yeah.
I
He's
won't-
tried about 8 times to get rid of him.
I won't be commenting on coaches' futures. if that's okay.
What can you do to arrest a momentum of centre bounce goals when there's just an avalanche of them like we saw last night with Walsh walking out of the middle, Cripper walking out of the middle?
It's pretty hard. I still say the most important part of ruck work is your centre bounce craft because if you get humiliated in the centre bounce, a team can kick 6 goals on you straight away. And that was the most dangerous thing with Nick Nat at his prime was he could literally turn the game away from you as a centre bounce ruckman. So there's not much. I mean, you can really shut down and go defensive as your centre bounce 4. But if they clear the ball, it's straight into 6v6 and it's tough work.
You're a big TDK man as well, aren't you?
I'm a TDK fan.
Yeah.
In terms of the young rucks, there's a few out there. Obviously, I've got one with Luke. Luke Jackson, I'm playing him this week. Darcy from Western Bulldogs looks like he's going to be a player, but I
Yeah.
think TDK is probably the lead. Oh, that's stiff on Jacko. Jack hasn't played enough ruck yet, but they're even.
I love that chat. Collingwood Bulldogs. Bang. Tonight, 7:40. G.
Yeah, I get in trouble for not tipping Collingwood. I'm not going to tip them again.
Go with the
Bulldogs are on. Bulldogs are hot.
They've certainly improved, haven't they? Because 3 or 4 weeks ago it was like, what's going on with the Bulldogs?
And Collingwood have got a bit of a Richmond going on with their injury
They've
list.
got
I think-
terrible injury list.
I think they're struggling for numbers to pick with this
Oh,
week.
5
Remember when
outs.
Adam Simpson met the bloke in the lift? That's how bad their injuries were over in WA. He met a guy in the lift
Yeah.
that day. He's like, "You're playing today, mate. G'day, I'm Adam."
But it wouldn't. So this is the toughest tip. It wouldn't surprise me if Collingwood do a Collingwood and they just come out and win. And
Find a way.
One of their better wins.
5 outs tonight for Collingwood, including Pendlebury, Myercheck and Cox.
Oh.
So big
Jesus,
names.
big names. What else do we like? Because we're a little bit time crunched here. Geelong, Richmond. You would think Geelong would win that.
You'd think they are 4 in a row on the loss. And Richmond, is this at the G?
Yeah, no, well, I think it'll be down at
Geelong.
Old Mate.
Are
Yeah.
Richmond going down to Geelong?
I believe they are,
there you
according
go.
to the draw in front of me.
Yeah.
Well, you just take the M1 the whole way down, Tigers, and you'll love it. It's, have they been there? I don't reckon they've been
Any
there.
cafe recommendations for them?
No, I'm straight in, straight
Yeah,
out. You
straight
got to
Oh,
be
yeah?
careful down
Never
there. Where-
been to Lammy's?
Where to play go down there? Corey Maynard was a non-playing player. He came down to watch and he parked his car in the players' car park and he came back and his badge was no longer on his car.
Oh,
Oh,
we got
wow.
that.
dear.
That's where we're at with Geelong.
Oh,
Right.
no.
It's Richmond's first trip there since 2017, and they've won there once since 1990.
Wow.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ. What else do we like before we have to let Max go? Let's talk Melbourne Fremantle. That's your big one. Sunday, 1 o'clock at the home of football. Freo travelling well, Max.
Are you referring to home of football's Alice Springs?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it's
Yeah.
just got Melbourne. Sorry, I forgot it's Alice Springs.
Yeah, I'm not
the home of
It
football.
is. It's the other way of saying the home of football.
What's
yeah.
the ground like?
It's huge. It's
Yeah.
actually got a tree that hangs over the forward pocket, so
Oh.
you can't kick the ball too high over there.
Really,
wow.
it's like a golf course. You pull out the 7.
It's a unique tree.
It's a beautiful looking ground. Though.
beautiful. It's got like the McDonald Rangers
In the
In the
background.
background, so it's got a
Beautiful.
great camera angle.
You'll stay overnight.
Stay overnight the night before, then we fly back straight away. Run a nice little plane.
Yeah, the Skytrader's plane.
it's a
Yeah,
great
the Lair
plane.
bus.
Chartered.
Yeah.
It's got 4 like businessy seats at the front, and their beds. They're
You'll get
genuinely
one of
beds.
those.
You'll get one of those.
I tick a lot of boxes to get that.
Yeah.
Like
Whether you're the
height-
captain.
height, captain, games played, age.
course.
Would there be a beverage available on the return flight?
We've
or-
been told to pack our own. There's not even a food cart.
Oh,
no.
So
Pack
we
it.
bring
Gotta
our own,
take-
bring our own
take
cup of tea type
Yeah.
setup.
Scroggin.
Yeah.
Little bush mix.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Like nuts and
yeah.
sultanas.
Yeah.
Max laying down, eating his scroggin. Mate, we got to go. Good luck, Freo, Melbourne. I'm tipping Melbourne, and Alice Springs is the real winner.
Yep.
They'll turn out in their droves, I would have thought.
It's always great for the city. It pumps. It's during the middle, genuine, like 12:30 start.
Yeah.
In South Australia.
Back.
Sorry, not South Australia. In the South Australian time zone. They're the same time zone, aren't they? Darwin
Yes.
and Adelaide. I'm
Central.
pretty sure.
Yeah, Central.
So 12:30 start. It'll be fun. And we're keen to play Freo because they're going well.
Beautifully done, Max. Go well.